if you're able, have you a cold one if you must. And I want to start out by prefacing this video by saying that I'm playing Monster Hunter. I've been playing it pretty much non-stop. I had to start over in the game because somehow, some way, my save was gone. And since your character, I believe, is saved up on the server, or maybe they're not saved up on the server, but what I do know is that it was gone and I had to start over. I basically have the same character, except I have a really nice bow and a variety of monster parts and some upgrades, and I am absolutely enjoying this game. I'm on the final, I guess you could say, assignment that deals with the fighting an Andrath, and just to, I think that's how you pronounce the name, and just to let you know what an Andrath is, it's essentially a T-Rex with fur and wings, can breathe fire, and behaves about the same way. And I want to say that I've literally tried this assignment now, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, and I cannot get past it. I'm able to fire an SOS flare, which, so if anybody's looking for quests to join, they can join my game. And where I'm at now, you know, it's a Andrath is what it's called, Andrath, and it's a really or Andranoth, however you want to pronounce it. My point is that it's a very, very frustrating quest to be doing solo. Regardless of your weapons and anything like that, because the Andrath has a fuctillion fucking amount of hit points, and it does an insane amount of damage to you. One of the problems, though, and I want to throw this out here again, just because I prefaced this, like, I really enjoy this game. Like, I think it's an amazing game. It's probably the best Monster Hunter period, you know, that has been made. But I have a lot of issues with it, because it's kind of like I just want to say that this game, even though it's getting very good reviews, there are issues with the game, and a lot of it kind of has some things in common with the last Dark Souls, which Dark Souls 3 was very flawed in its combat and execution. Even though it's a remarkable game, it's the same kind of thing. One of the things that I have a problem with fighting this Andrath, for example, like, I know it has tells, and you can always tell when it's going to attack and things like that. But one of the problems that I found in this game is that when I was playing it, the Andrath, like, if you got knocked down by it, for example, your character has a sequence, if he's knocked down from the forward position, where he kind of like takes 2 to 3, 4, 6 frames of animation and crawls back on their hands, and while they're in this animation cycle, you can't do anything. You have to wait for you to get up before you can get out of the way. While you're in this this particular animation, you actually, not only you can't evade, you can't get up faster, the Andrath can still attack you. And the biggest single problem with that, the thing that I hate about that, is like, okay, so I'm basically locked into an animation cycle that I cannot come back from. There's nothing I can do about it, and I'm basically screwed because it's still able to do damage. And the time that it did that, it actually made me I actually lost. Like, I actually was basically, I could do nothing. Like, I was basically screwed at this point. I could not I actually had to take a feint on it, and you're only allowed to do it twice in the game. You can feint twice, and then the mission, you go back to base. And I was really, really angry about that, because to me, I was like, why am I, like, basically being subject to this game? If I can't sit here and like, if I'm just going to constantly, like, get stun locked, and that happens in this game too. You actually can get stun locked by a lot of creatures, where you'll take a hit, and your character, while you're trying to recover, that recovery animation, pretty much you can get attacked again, and it's like I'm literally stunned. And one of the other problems too and again, I don't know if this is anyone else's experience with this game, and I've noticed this, is like if you're, let's say, trying to heal, and you're like, I've got to heal, I've got to get some heals, and you'll start to heal, but it seems like the monster could be completely distracted by another player or by your palico, and you'll sit here and you'll be like, okay, now wait a minute, this thing is supposed to be distracted, and yet I'll start to heal. I'll pull out a vial, and you drink the vial pretty slow. It's not a very fast thing. It's not like Bloodborne, which is a fast recovery. You see him drink and then drink it and down. There's an animation, and you kind of got to pick and choose your spots. But it seemed like while I was doing this, every single time, even playing with other people earlier against a boss creature, I would go to heal, and they're fighting it, and it's fighting it. It doesn't even know I'm way back here healing. It would literally, as soon as I'd pull the vial out, it would turn around and instantly attack me. It was like, so I don't know if Monster Hunter's AI is designed to be like, hey, they're healing, and we're going to program it. Every time you try to heal, we're going to make it difficult for you to do any of that. And I think that to me is it's a huge problem. Now there's my query up there, as you can see. I really wish that and I'm not even going to go yet, because I'm hoping that somebody might join my game. I'm just hoping that somebody, because it's very, very difficult. Now there's 2 people in my game. Finally, I got some people actually that might be helping me. This would be really, really great. Here's some dung. And I'm hoping that they help me out, and we will see. Because that's what needs to happen here. Is I need these guys' help. I don't know if they're going to help me. I'm assuming they are. They are here. I don't know if they have their mics on or if they understand English, but hey, thank you for your help. It's taken me 4 tries to get any help from anybody in this game. But anyway, see what I mean? I literally hit the X button to dodge. That's exactly what I did. And yet here I didn't get the full animation off because its attack pattern was ahead of me by a slight margin, and I just feel like it's ridiculous. So hopefully these guys, I can get some attacks off when it's fighting. It does do that leap attack a lot too in the game, and that leap attack is very, very difficult to not so much dodge if you see it coming, but it actually will knock you down and stun lock you and do all this other stuff. So I'm going to do this and hit him with all my little spiky balls, and do a bunch of damage to it, which is great. When you're fighting creatures by yourself, especially this creature, it's almost impossible to get off your super attack like that. It's very difficult. It's just hard. It's a very difficult game to play by yourself against this particular creature. See, now I just dodged. I hit the X button to dodge, and I clearly started to dodge, but you notice that its sweeping attack knocked me out of my dodge frame. And see, that's one of the things that I think this game needs to have. Unlike Dark Souls, where you're invincible. Look, his fire attack hit me even though I was beyond the spread of that fire attack. Did you see how it swung? But that fire attack was literally at least 20 to 30 feet from me, and yet I still had to take damage from it. And I think that's ridiculous. That's another problem, that it's got problems with the hitboxes when it comes to the monster versus you. They're like, well, it's big, so it's going to hit you, but its fire attack really wasn't near me, and I think that's a shame. That's like that. I think it shouldn't be like that. I wish it wasn't like that. But it does do that, and it's a shame. Another issue that I have is when you dodge in this game, I think it would be great if you had the ability to like be invincible, like just like Dark Souls. When you roll and dodge out of the way, you should be invincible for that second so you don't take additional damage. But they didn't go that route with this game. They decided that it would be better off for them to not do that. And I think I would much rather prefer them to have it at least where you're at least invincible for that frame of animation, but you're not. See, and I went to and see exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Look, I just got hit twice. I went to do my Dragon Piercer shot, which I did. I went to do it, and did you notice how while he was distracted, the creature was fighting the other two characters as soon as I went to do the big attack? And I've noticed this a lot too. See, once again, and he was distracted by the other characters, yet he changed his immediate focus and stopped attacking because it was like, he's using the Dragon Piercer, and I don't, it's like, no, that's, why would the monster just suddenly change its entire, why would they program that? Oh, let's change it. And then while it hit me that first time, did you notice that I couldn't dodge or get up or anything? And while I was in the animation cycle of getting up, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but did you notice that he actually was able to, hit me while I was in that animation? Like, he did that another small attack, and I couldn't do anything about it. I had to take, it got a free hit on me. I think that that's bullshit. It shouldn't be allowed to get a free attack on you like that. I think that's ridiculous, and I wish that it hadn't. That's not how the game operates. Like, you shouldn't. Like, I'm in my get up animation, which I can't do anything about. I can't do anything about at all, and yet here we are. See what I mean? Like, he just knocked me down. Look, it takes several frames, at least 5 or 6 frames, to actually get back up. And it's ridiculous. Like, I should not be getting, look, as soon as I started to heal, did you notice that? I was in mid-heal, ran right towards my character, and that other character was actually healing. Did you not notice that? Was coming right towards it, and I think that's terrible. I think that is a bunch of crap, that I'm literally healing, and it immediately came after me and the other guy because we were healing. It's just crazy to me. Like, I can't believe that they programmed it that way. And I think it's a shame, because I just feel like that you're pretty much getting screwed over by the AI for the most part. And hopefully we can continue and get this battle done, and hopefully my character will not faint. It would be great if it does not faint. That's what I'm trying to do, not go all the way back to camp. Unbelievable. Let's see here. And again, I'm just kind of, if y'all can hear me on the other end, that's fine. I'm actually doing a YouTube video about this game. This is my part 3 of the series of Monster Hunter, and I'm just talking about how much I love the game, but it has some flaws in it, like how you're vulnerable during your get up. When you're getting up, you're vulnerable when you're, like, the different things that go on in the game. Takes too long to heal. I think that's ridiculous. It should not be like that. Good, I got him with the Dragon Piercer. Oh good, we have a third person that's joined us now. Except for some reason my character put his bow and arrows away. Sorry guys, I'm not talking my video because I am trying to concentrate on getting this thing dead. And I fainted. See what I mean? That means instantly fucking destroyed. I had nearly full health. I had literally just a little bit of health missing. It hit me instantly and I was gone. And this is what I'm talking about. The game always takes you either back. I mean, like, I gotta go all the way back now trying to find this thing. And if they kill him before I get there, the stupid thing's going to take 20 seconds, and then I won't get any parts or anything, and I won't get a quest. I mean, it's like, no, it's ridiculous. Like, you know, when you faint in this daggone game, you get basically screwed over. Man. And it sucks because, you know, you're just, you know, I'm just happy that there's people who are with me, helping me, and if they can hear me, thank you so much. I've been literally stuck on this assignment for like most of the day. It's ridiculous. It's just taken all day for anyone to ever to join. It's just a pain in the butt. That's all I'm saying. It's very, very difficult. Of course, this thing's breathing fire now, and it's, I think, pretty hurt. You can tell by its. See, I got hit by that fire. I was nowhere near that fire. Look, it's coming right at me. Look at that. Did you just notice that? Notice that, guys? Did you just see that? How, like, I'm trying to put the fire out, and even though the other 3 hunters had it fully distracted, it came right at me. I wanted no part of that shit. And I fainted again. Look at that shit. If I faint one more time, it kicks them out of the game. They don't get what the reward. I get nothing, and I gotta do it all over again with this fucking thing, and it'll be right back to full health. It's so fucking damn ridiculous. You know, that's bullshit. Like, I'm getting essentially screwed over. Well, you come on. That's another thing I hate. You come out of a crawl, but you'll stay in that ducking position. I'm not even going the right way, I don't think. Oh my God! Look at this bullshit. And see, and that's what I'm talking about. It sucks because you're basically like get 3 chances to do it, and I know, and like I said, did you notice as soon as I was on fire, even though it was fully 100% distracted by the other monsters, it completely switched its entire focus to me and knocked me, and I was done. And I just think that's why would it do that? Clearly, I am not the biggest threat there, and yet I got screwed. I got screwed over. Which seems to be the telling of the day. Like, I feel like that I'm trying to contribute, but I can't even contribute. Because every time I do anything in the game, the thing just always takes its focus and attacks me. I just think that's ridiculous. And again, here we go. It's not what I did. Oh my God, this thing, it just pisses me off. It just really makes me mad because it can, and that's the other thing. In the previous games, the monsters always run away, but sometimes they run away and get a lot of their health back. Like, they just get it back. See, notice that I came right out of the cave and it did its jump attack. And had I been a second later, I would have had to take that hit, and that'd have been the end of it. It's just ridiculous. It just is. It's so ridiculous. You know, and that's one of the problems I have. Look at that. Went right for me, even though the other guy was attacking them. But he changed his entire focus to me, even though they were all doing their thing. It's ridiculous, you know? And I can't even fucking, like, I have to continuously run and run and run. Look at this thing. It's just coming after me. It makes no sense. Like, why is it only pretty much attacking me? This is ridiculous. This is fucking... And here we go with this fire attack. And you gotta get as far away as possible, because if you don't, you'll still get hit by it when it's 30 feet fucking away. It's ridiculous. Like, I've gotten hit by that fire attack twice now. I shouldn't be out of range, since I'm not even in close... You know, I don't know why the bow has shit range. This thing hasn't even limped once. And usually when they're really hurt, it'll limp. And I got hit, of course. And now I'm getting blasted by fire. I'm shocked that didn't even hit me. I'm shocked that didn't hit me. Because I was literally in my fucking phase here. That just, oh my god, that's a pain in the butt. It's just so damn difficult. I always stop and get the bones there. I mean, this thing hasn't even, like, we have done a fucktillion amount of damage to it, and yet it hasn't even limped at all. Like, there's no, it hasn't even limped yet to show, like, hey, I'm hurt. I mean, how much more damage do we have to do to this thing? It's what kills me. I'll stay up top here. Take pot shots. I tell you what this game's really needing is if they end up adding any weapons to it or anything, the game really needs a sniper rifle, like a rifle that's really like, see, knocked me down. Soon as it did that, the other three were attacking it, and look what it did. It was like, oh, I don't like the fact that I'm getting shot with these little arrows. It's not doing any kind of hardly damage to it. They have better weapons, but I'm gonna crawl up there and make sure I attack you, and you know, because you're the nuisance, I guess. I don't know. Look at this shit. It is still just fucking coming after me. Do I have to run completely away and let them do their thing before, and so I can at least fucking get something? This thing hasn't even started limping yet. Nope, gotta get away. I wish it would fucking, like, die already, or at least something. Like, give us a sign that you're actually hurt. You know, it just sucks that... Nope, here it comes. Coming after me. No, you don't, motherfucker. You can't get in here anyway. So, I'll sit back here and be safe, essentially. I do not care. You can't come in here. Apparently it can, even though it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. How did that thing even fit in here? It's like defies physics. Ah, man, motherfucker. Yeah, man, this thing is never gonna die. Never. About time to get it down. Damn it. Get out of there before it starts breathing fire. And of course, turning the base. Sorry, guys. Attacked me and wouldn't even pay attention to you guys. It only came after me. 5th time today. Quest failed. That's what I'm talking about. See that shit? Quest failed, ladies and gentlemen. 5th time today. I cannot get past it. It's like it literally was completely not even bothering with me until I started nailing it with arrows. It's like the AI knows you're the quest handler, so it only focuses most of its attacks on you. I love this game, guys and gals here, part of the Monster Hunter World community and YouTube community and my subscribers, but I fucking hate what just happened. That's the 5th time. And all those guys that were with me, guess what? They don't get shit. They also return to base. They get fucked over. They can't do nothing. They actually are screwed over now. They earn all their hard work was in vain because it just kept coming after me. And I think it sucks, really. And it's just a damn shame, guys. It's a damn shame that is the 5th time. I've literally been playing this game, trying to fight this Andrath now for over 2.5 hours, and we don't even get close. And when a monster is really, really hurt, all of them they limp. Like you can tell they're really hurt. Andrath not one time, as you noticed, limped. So we were nowhere near actually even completing that quest. It's ridiculous because it's like, and then you see I was in the cave. Somehow the monster is able to squeeze its body into a hole that was legitimately like 3 times, like it was literally 2 times smaller than its actual body. And I think that is ridiculous that it was able to even do that. You know, it's crawling through a cave that it physically should not be able to fit into, but it did anyway, because they didn't want you to be able to just sit back and pelt them with ammo or whatever the fuck to try to beat them. And I'm pretty like I said, as you noticed, that time it breathed fire, and I was clearly not anywhere near it, and yet I still had to take a hit. Or when I got hit that time and my character was getting up, so it takes 5-6 frames of animation, and I had to take another hit. That's the problems with this game. The game has those issues, those where you get stun locked into your animation, but the monster's still able to damage you. And it's ridiculous. And those poor guys that were helping me out, gals, girls, whoever they were, it's sad. It's sad that they also too, all their hard work gone, boom, they immediately get kicked out of the quest. They're gone. And it's just a pain in my ass, because I sit here and like doing the best I can to try to do the damage that's needed to take this thing down. And as you can see, it focused, I'd say 60% of its time on me, even though at times it was completely being attacked by 3 people. It would just turn around and, I gotta attack him because, you know, he's trying to heal, or he's trying to use his dragon piercer, he's trying to, and I've noticed that, and I think that is, to me, that's ridiculous. Like, you cannot, you know, because that's one of the things about this game. My first character, I actually had some people that joined the game, but they were really, really high ranked with some crazy equipment. We took the damn Andrath down in about 20 minutes, and it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous to me. Like, I really wish that I could do better, but I can't do better, and I can't really get a better weapon because I still need to get to the next thing of the Tobi Kadachi tree that I'm using. I need other gear. I don't know what kind of, it just says question mark, so I'm not really sure what's required or any of that stuff. Yes, I could upgrade my additional equipment here, but right now I've used up my upgrades on that, so I can't do a whole lot. And it sucks because I really would like to complete that quest. And I mean, to spend 2.5 hours on this game and getting nowhere, kind of sucks. And I know that that's kind of the loop of Monster Hunter, but I think it's not right that they only give you 2 chances. You can faint once and twice, and the third time you're done. I think it should be infinite, so that you can always complete the quest. It's no different than Destiny if you're in darkness areas, unless your whole fucking team wipes. I think it would have been much better if you do faint, instead of you going back to a camp, you should just faint and be down, and your guys could come over and rescue you. I think that's what this game needs, is a different approach. I think you deserve more than just 2 faints, especially when you're fighting and your hunter ranks low, up, because it's still the early point of the game, and yet they know you're fighting an incredibly difficult creature, and their whole concept of this game is, well, just go do a bunch of other stuff first. But that's the problem. I can't go and fight other things and get any better, especially when it's like I have all the materials to upgrade my bow, but there's some kind of ore I don't have. It's got a question mark. There's some kind of other thing I need, but I've got all the rest of the parts, so I don't even know what the hell I need. Because every time I go to those ore croppings and you mine them, all I ever get is malachite and fucking iron ore. Like, it's not like I'm getting anything different or better. And so I think that this game is wonderful. I do like it, but it does have some frustration with it, especially with the, you get knocked down and you're just basically screwed, And if I was to join somebody on the same quest, it doesn't complete the quest for me. So like I'm just basically helping, and I just really wish that they just did it a little bit different, just a tad bit different. And I think the game would deserve like a 9.5 on reviews. A lot of reviews are giving it 8.5, some are 9s, but I just feel like that showing you all how this thing breathes fire, and it's not like it's this, I'm 80 yards away from this thing, and it doesn't have like a giant stream, and yet I still get hit by it because apparently the hitboxes are weird like that, and the fact that you get knocked down, and while you're in your getting up animation, and it's about 4 to 6 frames, you can still get hit. And I think that that's not right, because you can't do anything. You can't dodge, you can't move, you have to wait till your character's fully standing before it gives the option to do anything. So a lot of times the monsters just get free hits on you, like you're done. Like, just what are you gonna do? So I really feel that it's a shame that I haven't seen any review online or otherwise that's actually bothered to mention this. Like, I've not seen anybody point this out, and I've watched dozens of videos on this game prior to launch, after launch, people reviewing it, people talking about it, gameplay videos, and no one has talked about some of the issues this game has. And I think as gamers, we are allowed to, like, if we really truly love a game, and I love the Monster Hunter games, the series, but I also love games that are like it, you should be given that. You should be given that opportunity to do that. One of the things that makes Touhouken Kiwami, or Touhouken 2 in particular, nice, is if you do get hit, you can hit the X button and recover. You can be like bam and boom, you instantly flip and recover. And I love, that's why I've always held the Touhouken series in high regard, because it's the same kind of game like this. Not quite like this. Monster Hunter has this thing about it that makes it really cool, but Touhouken does some things, again, that's better. The game does allow you to lock on to the creature, and you can click in the button, but your lock on is not permanent. It actually will switch or go away, and the camera follows your lock ons, and to kind of sometimes to the detriment of it. It's not the most greatest lock on, where in Touhouken 2 and Touhouken Kiwami, your lock on is instant. It follows the action real clear and concise, and so And again, I'm not disparaging anybody to think that I hate this game, because I love this game. I will continue to play this game until Dynasty Warriors 9 comes out here on the 13th, and then this game gets shelved for a little while, and I'm playing my open world Dynasty Warriors 9 when it comes out. But that's all I'm trying to point out in this game, is showing you that it has its flaws, it has its issues, it has its problems. You know, I couldn't believe that Anjanath came into that cave. Clearly, maybe its head could fit, but no way its body did. And you could tell that it shouldn't have been able to fit. That it's a T-Rex. That was solid rock. I don't care how strong the thing is. There's no way it should have been able just to slink through like a snake. And there was no way to evade it. And there was no way to evade it. And then what I do, my character gets back up, I turn around, it's coming right back out the cave. And it's like I had to take a hit there. So a lot of times, it's like the AI is very, very well designed, but I also feel like it's not right that, and again, you've seen in this video, I'm starting to heal, and there's frames. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. They down it. They raise their glass really high, like they're down in a fucking code win, like I am, and that's what happens. Like it will literally was sitting there thrashing around, and the other 3 were attacking it, and it turned right immediately around, and I gotta hit him because he's drinking a health potion, and I think that was BS. Like, why would you program the game to do that? Like, it shouldn't do that. It just shouldn't. So, I'm really hoping that maybe, maybe they will update it and fix some of those issues in the future. Nevertheless, though, the game is still stellar, and I still really, really like it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I totally recommend it. I'm mainly playing a ranged character because I think that even though it's fun to play like a close combat kind of character with swords and lances and shields and all that stuff, to be perfectly frank with you, fighting that creature where you'd have to be up close and personal all the time, because its tail can hit you, its feet can hit you, its head can hit you, its body can hit you, I think it would be almost ridiculous you would just constantly be taking hits, and I think that to me is crazy. I really hope that that there was just, I really hope that they do they just do some stuff a little different, and maybe with an update or something they can fix some of the issues with the stun locking and all that. Like I said, I think this game needs to be more like Dark Souls in the sense that when you drink your potion, it's a lot like that, just like your Estus flask. But I think if you roll dodge out of the way, you should be completely invulnerable. Like nothing can hurt you for that frame of animation on the tail end. I'm thinking that I would like to see that. I would much rather see that, and I really hope that we they will do something about that, and maybe fix that in a later update. Well, this has been episode 75 of Monster Hunter Part 3. I may be doing another part in this, Part 4, as I get a little further along in the game. And maybe at some point I'll be able to beat this creature. Maybe not. Who knows? I might have already hit a brick wall and I'll never get any further than I am. Nevertheless, it's been fun and it's been real. And I really appreciate you tuning in. This has been episode 75 of the Gaming Roundtable. Please, I encourage you, go out and buy this game. It's a blast. And thank you, as always, gamers. Good gaming.